Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be telling you how I was able to score 70 out of 120 in the mathematics in JA Advanced 2024. So let's start. So this was section 1 of mathematics in paper 1. Now uh, the very first question itself, I'll be able to say something that the first time that I looked at this question in my examination, I did not attempt it. The reason being, the entire question by itself looked frightening to me, so I did not. But however, when I came back, I think I finished the first round of my mathematics paper in 15 minutes, and then I had 10 minutes remaining for the exam to get over. And then when I came back, I was able to do it. It's a simple question where all you have to do is just apply L'Hospitals, and I think most of you would have already solved this type of question if you're enrolled in some coaching institute or if you're doing some reference books for mathematics. But if you haven't, then you could look into this type of question. Basically, all you have to do here is apply L'Hospitals by taking the function by taking t as a variable, because the limit is given t approaches to x, that's all. So this type of questions is something that you have to take a look into, and it is pretty easy. The main objective of this video is to just clarify things that maths is actually not as hard as people think it to be, and you'll be able to see it as you see throughout the video. The video will be about maybe 15 or 16 minutes long. So this is one question which I attempted, which is also very easy. If you want to try it, you can try it just by keeping t as a variable and then keeping x as a constant, and then differentiating, applying L'Hospitals, equate that to 1, and then find the function. Then you'll be able to do it. Now question number 2 is a question based on probability. This I just left because to be absolutely honest, I was not that good in probability. Like when I was attempting most of the questions in advanced PYQs, I was not able to get the correct answers. I would think some option is correct, but eventually it will become wrong, and I think most of the people will have the same experience with probability. So I did not do this question in my exam. I just left it. This question was something which I could have done, but I did a silly mistake, and I did not do it. I did not mark anything, so thankfully I did not get a negative here, but I did not do it. So you could see, already, if you see, I have made one silly mistake, but still was able to score 70. So it is not possible that a person can attempt advance without making any silly mistake. You're bound to make silly mistakes, so don't get demotivated by that. The only thing is, if you're attempting any mocks, you will not be attempting any mocks if you're preparing for JEE 2025 right now. You only have to focus on syllabus. But while you're attempting your mocks, just make sure that you reduce your silly mistakes as much as possible, right? So this is also easy question which you could try, but I didn't do this. This question number 4, was a question which I did do in the examination. Now see these type of questions, right? So for example, if you read this question, it's saying that it's an ellipse and there is some point in the first quadrant. Now I have most of my friends who have made mistake in this question only because they did not read that the point is in the first quadrant. So this question I did attempt it correct, and I'm happy about it. So the first point which you have to learn is you need not get scared of any question. There are some questions which appears to be scary, as the question number 1, but it's actually a very easy question. And secondly is that you have to read all the questions completely. For example, in this question, you would do everything. Two lines are drawn from the point S to the ellipse, which you already know what the condition is for a tangent to be drawn from a point to ellipse, of which one meets ellipse at one endpoint of the minor axis. So if you remember the formula for the point of contact of the tangent to the ellipse, the question itself becomes nothing because you're already able to find the point. The only thing is there will be 2 such points which will come. I think there will be 2 or 3 such points which will come, and you have to eliminate them, and you have to only choose one point which lies in the first quadrant. So I did do it, and I did mark A, but you need to be careful in such questions only by reading the questions. So that was another question which I did in this paper. And when it comes to paper number 1, I think in multi-correct, I had not done any question. Now You could say this was a luck for the people who wrote in JEE 2024. The reason being there are only 3 multi-corrects, right? And multi-corrects in max, I would advise, like when you give mocks, if I were preparing for JEE 2025, you will know, when you are giving mocks, you yourself will know that multi-corrects in max are generally tough and they will consume a lot of time. So I did skip multi-corrects in max in the first round of attempting my paper, and I went to integer. Now question number 8, this question is actually nothing. This question is like a really easy question. See, they are given the value of b, and basically they just wanted to frame 2 linear equations and solve the 2 linear equations, that's all. So that was a very easy question which I did, and I think you could do. See, if you're a person, right, who is very good in maths, so you'll obviously try to attempt multi-correct first, right? But if you're a person who's not feeling confident in maths, which I really was not that confident in maths actually. So what you could do is you could just try to attempt the paper just like I did. Like you could first split the paper into 2 rounds, and then in round 1 you see whatever is easy. So for example, I skipped question number 1 because I thought was tough. I skipped question number 2 because I thought was tough. I skipped question number 3. No, I actually did question number 3, but then I ended up making silly mistake. Question number 4 I did it, which kind of motivated me. Then I skipped multi-correct. If you are not confident in maths, don't go for multi-correct, because that will eventually just waste your time. And so I skipped multi-correct, then I went to integer. So you see, such questions are hidden at some places. Like question number 8 is a very easy question. Suppose you were sitting in multi-correct and you were doing multi-correct for 20 minutes. You wouldn't have time for integer, right? So if you're not confident, don't go for multi-correct. First go for integer, then go for multi-correct. So question number 8 is very easy. Question number 9 is also very easy. I was also able to do it. Now, obviously it is easy because see, they gave f of x, okay, and they gave its real coefficient, and they also gave f of 1 equal to minus 9. So obviously you will be able to process that. You get one equation from there, and you are able to see that I root 3 is a root of this equation. So you'll get another equation from there, and I think from there it gets solved most probably, because if alpha 1, alpha 2, all the equations of f of x equals 0. So all you have to do is now find the roots and then just find whatever is asked. I think that's the easy question. Question number 10 again, I did not do it. I did try to do it at the examination, but I was not able to. But however, if you are preparing good, I think this is also an easy question. So like you could see that there are many easy questions like in mathematics also. It's not that all the questions are hard. Obviously, when you do questions in your coaching modules, you are going to find it tough. The reason being, they are trying to train you to attempt tougher questions, so that these questions may seem easy to you. If you are a person who have not attempted any of the tough questions, then this itself will seem tough to you, obviously, right? But actually these are easy questions. Going on to question number 11, this I did do it because I was kind of a little, because I was right now in a little bit of I needed to do it, because if you could properly imagine, in the round 1 so far I've only done question number 9, question number 8, and I think question number 4. I have not done anything else, right? So I needed to do it, and I did it, and it is kind of an easy question. You could very easily attempt this also. And question number 12 is simply from vectors. This is another point that I want to make. If any of you are feeling that your maths is really weak, still I would advise you to do vectors in 3D, because vectors in 3D is nowhere related to any of the other mathematics. It is not related to quadratic equation, it is not related to permutation combination, it is not related to probability, it is not related to calculus. It is a topic on its own which is really easy to master in a very short amount of time. So if you are currently preparing for JEE 2025, I think it might not been completed by your teachers by now, but it will be. So when it is completed, please focus on that chapter. Even if you're not focused on any other chapter in maths till now, please focus on those 2 chapters, because that will help you to at least qualify the examination at the end of the day. This was just one very easy question from that. And question number 13, again, I did not do. So you could see already I left question number 13, I left question number 10, 2 questions. I left question number 7, question number 6, question number 5, which was 5 questions, and I left question number 3, and I left question number 2. In round 1, I also left question number 1, but I haven't started with it. So at the end, till now I left 7 questions. Even after leaving 7 questions, if I'm able to attain 70 out of 120, then just imagine as to how much you could get in maths, because you still have a lot of time remaining. You can still do a lot of things, right? Section number 4, luckily, another thing which you might want to learn here is, always when you're going to attempt your paper, you have to see like what are the different sections in the paper. You will be given 25 minutes for that in advance. When I felt really happy when matrices come, because matrices is a thing which you can really crack very easily. It is a thing which helps you to qualify. The sectional cutoff of 10 marks, which many people are not able to qualify, it's actually really easy to qualify if you just crack this matrices, because all they need is just for you to solve one of the questions. For example, here if you see, I think most of the people already know it, but here if you see, if you just figure out what p is, like if you say p is 2, if you're able to figure out what p is, then good, because you're already able to eliminate a and d, and then you can figure out either you can figure out r, or what you can do is you can figure out anyone. For example, you're able to figure out what q is, then you already eliminated a and d, okay, and then you will be able to figure out what r is. Or you figure out what r is, then you eliminate a and b, then you will be able to figure out what s is. So you only have to figure out two of the options. So I think I did this, and I also did this, and I also did this. No, I did not do this. I did 1, 2, 3 matrices, I think. Yeah, I did 3 matrices. So all these 3 matrices very, very easy. For example, this is nothing. This is I think one such question is also there in NCERT. If you do your NCERT exercises properly, I think this question is directly from NCERT. This literally has nothing in it, right? Like, okay, you would say that the plain part of NCERT is deleted, but you will learn it if you are in a coaching institute, or I don't know about 2025 if it's deleted or not, but yeah, if the plain part is there in NCERT, if you go through it, you will see that such type of questions exist. So all I'm trying to say is, in this was the end of maths. So I think I left 8 questions, and I did get low in paper 1, but still paper 2 did make up for it. So don't get demotivated in maths. See, all of these questions are very easy. If you try it on your own also, you'll be able to see that you'll be able to complete the questions which I told in a matter of 50 minutes or 47 to 50 minutes if you are good in mathematics. So don't get demotivated, and the paper 2 video will be coming out soon. All the best.